Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. In our top story, with the newly enacted sin tax law in place, the Majority Caucus reached out to residents to inform on their decisions to impose higher taxation on property and excise taxes. Stephanie Brown reports.
The 32nd Legislators' Majority Caucus that voted unanimously to approve the sin tax bill addressed the community at a town hall meeting on St. Croix last evening.
We could have come before we acted, but we didn't. We acted, and now we're here. We're ready to deal with the aftermath of the sin tax.
During the State of the Territory address, the governor stated that multiple road projects were in the works, but he was displeased with the Department of Public Works.
I remain frustrated by the slow process to get projects started.
The president of the Majority Caucus delivered appropriations of each project, which included Long Bay Road, East Carlton Road, the Melvin Evans Highway, and Cokie Point Road, to name a few.
We made a conscious effort to use capital improvement fund for road pavings in the last legislative budget session for $4 million.
But Senator James shared similar opinion to that of the governor.
So they're trying, but they're even nearly close to where they expect to be and where we want them to be.
The town hall meeting also addressed the new property tax bill and the baseline tax exempts homeowners must pay.
If you are a veteran and you own property and you live in your property, you are entitled to 2 exemptions.
One community member voiced his frustrations with the handling of the government employee retirement system.
Nobody is addressing this GS fiasco.
Senator Ford stated that he had proposed a bill to allocate monies to GRS from surcharges of car rentals. And Senator James added that his decisions to approve the sin tax bill was brought on by concerns for GERS recipients as well.
Would you prefer that a government employee not have a job and you leave your prices as they are, as opposed to the government employee still having a job and collecting a check and willing to purchase what you sell at a higher price?
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Brown.
Now, town hall attendees both agreed and disagreed with the decision that the caucus made regarding both the sin tax and the real property tax bills. Attendees asked for more conversation to be had between the senators and residents. The caucus stated that they plan to have more town hall meetings. Be sure to count on 2 to keep you updated. Well, WAPA line crews have successfully isolated the immediate area around a traffic accident which toppled a utility pole near the Nada basketball court around 4 p.m. today. With the isolation, electric service to the almost 3,500 initially affected customers had been restored. A small area from the Nada Bridge intersection to the Nada basketball court was experiencing an electrical service interruption, and service at that time was 214 customers, and was announced that it will be restored by about 9 p.m. Here's more from WAPA.
Have successfully isolated an immediate area around the traffic accident scene. The traffic accident caused the utility pole near the Nada basketball court to topple at around 4 o'clock this afternoon. With the isolation, service to almost 3,500 customers that were initially affected has been restored. There is a small area from the Nada Bridge intersection to the Nada basketball court that's experiencing an electrical service interruption at this time. Service to those affected 214 customers will be restored in about 3.5 hours or at around 9 o'clock this evening. The crews are presently working to replace the pole and to restore service to the immediate area.
Senator Terrence Nelson, the minority leader, and Senate President Myra Jackson are in dispute over the validity of Bill number 32-00018. The bill, referred to as the Economic Efficiency Act, requires that the Lieutenant Governor's office establish an amnesty program for the payment of delinquent property taxes for tax years 2015 and prior, as well as further verbiage in 3 other sections. Senator Nelson made comments in the legislative session on Tuesday, informing that procedures on passing legislation was being broken directly, violating Senate Rule 603. Nelson also stated that legislation was not properly read into public record as well as introduced to the public. Nelson further made statements that his argument is not directly against the bill, but rather in the way which it was introduced and passed. Turning to crime reports on Thursday, March 2nd, about 10:22 p.m., a female victim went into the Richard Colwood Command and reported to police that while jogging in the area of the pump house on Veterans Drive, an unknown black male grabbed her. Here's more from VIPD.
The victim also stated that the male threw her on the ground, then placed his body on her and tried to remove her jogging clothes. The victim stated that she grabbed the stone and struck him on his head. The suspect released her, and she ran in a western direction and was able to fled the area. Anyone having information about this crime, please contact the Virgin Islands Police Department Criminal Investigations Bureau at 340-778-2211. You can call Crime Stoppers VI at 1-800-222-TIPS or 911.
On Thursday, March 2nd at 7:45 p.m., 911 received a call in reference to a robbery in the area of Foothills, located at Sugar Estate. Officers traveled to the area and made contact with the male victim, who stated that while he was walking in the area, an unknown male pushed him on the ground and took his money and his jewelry from him. The victim was taken to Schneider Hospital after complaining about pain to his left hip area. Also on Thursday, March 2nd, around 11:49 p.m., the CIB investigators responded to a shooting at Estate Thomas in the area of First Stop gas station. Upon arrival, they say a black male was shot, observed lying in the street next to the wall in the vicinity of Oswald Harris Court. The male was shot by a suspect in a dark SUV who drove up and fired several shots at the individuals who were sitting on the wall. The victim was transported to the Schneider Hospital. Call police if you have any information that can assist in the investigation. District Court Judge Raymond Finch on March 2nd sentenced Dwayne Wesselhoft, 29 of St. Croix, to 24 months in prison for possession of a firearm by a drug user. According to court records, on October 1st, 2015, agents from the DEA conducted a consent search at Wesselhoff's residence located on St. Croix. The search uncovered a 9mm Luger pistol in the master bedroom, which Wesselhoff admitted was his. Agents also found a container with the marijuana. District Court Judge Raymond Finch on March 2nd sentenced Gamalia Rolson Arizmendi, 24 of Puerto Rico, to 63 months in prison for possession of cocaine with intent to distribute. They say on November 12, 2015, he, along with other co-conspirator, arrived on St. Croix to retrieve a load of cocaine at sea. Law enforcement agents observed Rolson Arizmendi leaving St. Croix by boat on November 13th. About 1:30 a.m. the next day, law enforcement tracked the same boat returning to St. Croix to Knights Bay Beach. Upon arriving there, they located Rolson Arizmendi with two of his co-conspirators in close proximity to 4 suitcases, which contained 87 kilograms of cocaine. While the Trump administration is wrapping up a critical week, President Trump garnered a positive reaction to his first address to the joint session of Congress. He and his team are touting his agenda on the road, and several of Trump's cabinet picks were confirmed. But as has been the case throughout much of the Trump administration, a series of controversies loom over the White House. Keeping our eye on the economy, let's take a look at the stock market watch with the New York Stock Exchange. According to the numbers there, everything up. The Dow 2, NASDAQ 9, and S&P 500 up 1. Coming up on NEWS2, they've extended the tour until Sunday, March 5th. The El Galleon is still here for those who want to get on board this historical ship. We take you on board next. Welcome back. That's the El Galleon. It is still here. They extended the stay. You may have seen the historic ship. Spanish galleons were frequently bought and sold by Spanish and English governments during the 1600s and often taken over and converted into pirate ships in the rough Caribbean sea waters. The features include an exhibit on San Pelayo, the Spanish galleon that was instrumental in the founding of St. Augustine, the first city established by European settlers in what is now the state of Florida. Here's more.
Yeah, this is the helm and also the steering wheel. So here is when we are sailing, we have to be one person here 24 hours. It doesn't matter if it's raining or if it's too sunny. but yet we continue using the.
More than several hundred students, teachers, and parents have visited the El Galeon, a full-size reconstructed Spanish sailing vessel used in the 16th to 18th century. The sailing ship made a stop in the U.S. Virgin Islands on its journey from Puerto Rico to the Gulf of Mexico, U.S. East Coast, Canada, and back to Spain.
Well, we will be more than happy to have here, and especially the kids, because this is a museum, and we want to teach everybody some of the part of the history that was around this area. And I think that will be something interesting if they can learn in a real ship. That will be more interesting for them.
Commissioned by the Neo Victoria Foundation and launched in 2009, the living history ship was converted into a floating museum with 5 of the vessel's 6 decks available for tours.
So here we are in the gun deck, and this is the place where you can see all of the cannons, and also was the place where back in the days the people were living. So we have the cannons because this kind of ship was carrying a lot of gold, silver, and different kind of things. And this kind of ship was the target of the pirate.
Well, we actually reached out to El Galeon as we knew they were in Puerto Rico, and we wanted an opportunity to bring a tall ship as part of Centennial.
The vessel carries an all-Spanish crew that lives and breathes the history of the ship.
Back in the years, and also they can talk with the crew members and they can explain all of the history about the ship and our nowadays sailing that we are making. So our goal is to share all of the maritime history around the world, and this is one of the places where we want to be to share this maritime history.
Again, the El Galeon will be staying at the Yacht Haven Grand until Sunday, March 5th. It's open from 10 to 7 p.m. Get your tickets at the entrance of the vessel at the Yacht Haven Grand. Valrica Bryson, the Director of Cultural Education at the Virgin Islands Department of Education, is working alongside schools in the territory on promoting Virgin Islands History Month. Because the transfer of the Virgin Islands from Danish rule to becoming a territory of the United States will reach a 100-year mark, public schools are gearing up to commemorate the historical event all this month. Students, faculty, and parents will indulge in cultural presentations, as did the Pearl B. Larson School, with a performance of Quill Bay ambassadors Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights.
Today we're having Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. This is the first actual production in a month-long activities here at the school. They are having in-class activities that will promote the centennial. Usually Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights visit all the schools during the Christmas season, but this is an additional activity this year due to the centennial celebrations.
Great program there. 4 young ladies are vying for the Miss CAHS competition that will be held this Saturday. Now the ladies stopped by our studios to introduce themselves. Here's more.
I am Silly Sierra Smith, a bubbly, high-spirited, and outgoing 15-year-old junior.
I am Tiaisha Aaliyah Hartman, an outgoing and talented 16-year-old junior at the Charlotte Amalia High School.
I am Gemini Diniqua Parson, a very silly and kind junior attending the Charlotte Amalia High School.
I am Jatea Shalamet Isror, a very unique and caring 16-year-old junior attending the Charlotte Amalia High School.
If I won Miss Charlotte Amalia High School, I will implement my platform, CAHS at CAHS, creating ways to avoid and help prevent conflicts in our schools. Thank you.
If given the opportunity to become your new Miss Charlotte Amalia High School, I will continue the implementation of my platform, which is to eradicate bullying among students. Thank you.
If I won the coveted title of Miss Charlotte Amalia High School 2017, I will carry out my platform, which is enhancing learning through music. My platform will implement an after-school program that will use music to enhance students' reading, writing, and researching skills. Thank you.
If I won the prestigious title of Miss Charlotte Amalia High School 2017, I would push for my platform TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. Students working together so everyone will excel always. Thank you.
This Saturday on March 4th
at the Ruth E. Thomas Auditorium,
7 p.m. sharp.
Save the day and don't be late.
See you there!
Congratulations to all the ladies. Best of luck. And of course, we'll announce the winner on Monday. Clarence Cuthbertson, who is a playwright and artistic director of the Caravana Ensemble Theater Company, donated 10 copies of his recent compilation of plays, Life Comes in Threes, to students in the St. Thomas St. John district today. One of the plays, Dear Anna, Dear Peter, which is a play about the relationship between Anna Higard and General Peter Van Schulten, will be performed at the Pistarckle Theater tonight and Saturday, March 4th at 8 p.m. He previously headed up a performance arts program at CAHS, and his donation, he says, is his way of giving back. Students in the school's 21st Century After School program, Rotaract Club, and book clubs also participated.
And I'm here today to donate 10 of my most recent volume of plays to the district Virgin Islands Education Department. The 3 plays are 3 Caribbean-themed plays. One of them is called How the Iguana Turned Green, which is a children's play. The other one is called Papa John, which is about the oldest man in the Caribbean. And the other play is called Dear Anna, Dear Peter, about Anna Hagard and Peter Van Schulten, which is actually playing tonight and tomorrow at Pistarckle Theater.
On behalf of the entire St. Thomas St. John District, Mr. Cuthbertson, I want to thank you for donating your 10 books to us. They definitely will be utilized in our schools, and it falls in line with what we're trying to bring back, which is a communication arts showcase, where students actually get to perform plays and different things like that. So we really appreciate this donation on behalf of the entire family. And we hope that maybe in the future we'll be able to have our students participate and enjoy some of your plays.
Well, be sure to bring your family for a ball of fun at G-Clef Music Academy's Family Fun Day. That's on Saturday, March 4th at Yacht Haven Grand. It's from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Free admission. Enjoy Zorb Ball Soccer. As you can see right there, fun activities, food on sale, and student performances. It's a fundraiser for G-Clef, so come hungry and ready to have some fun. See the first ever Zorb Ball Soccer match and learn more about G-Clef's 2017 Summer Music Camp. Plan to play? Zorb Ball players must have their parents or guardians complete an activity participation form to play for free. Be sure to check that out. Well, many tuned in last night to see the 3-time Emmy Award-winning The Voice, in which the strongest vocalists from across the country compete in the blockbuster vocal competition. Grammy Award-winning artists Gwen Stefani, Alicia Keys, Adam Levine, and Blake Shelton are the coaches. There are 5 stages of competition: the blind auditions, followed by the battle rounds, the knockouts, the live playoffs, and finally the live performance shows. If a coach is impressed by the artist's voice, he or she pushes a button to select the artist for his or her team. Virgin Islanders were cheering for one of VI's very own Brandon Varlock, who wowed the crowd with his version of Stevie Wonder's Jamming. Here's more.
My name is Brandon Royal. I'm 31 years old. I grew up in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's 32 square miles, and it's kind of like a vacation every day. My mom always played music around the house: calypso, soca, reggae. The reason I don't speak with an accent when I'm in the U.S. is because if I talk like this, you ain't gonna understand anything I say. I haven't had a chance to sing on stage in 5 years, but today is my chance to make my dream come true.
Everyone's feeling pretty. It's hotter than July. Did nobody ever tell you that you would be charming until the break of dawn? We'd be jamming, jam on. But you and someone approached you yesterday to tell you that you would be charming. You would not believe them because you never thought that you would be charming.
But I'm so happy I get to ask you this in this moment. Who do you pick as your coach?
I pick Gwen.
Brandon, I really need to figure out if if he were to make a record, what kind of music he's going to sing. I have a feeling we have a lot of the same taste in music. Oh my God, I got a cool guy on my team!
Awesome music. Congratulations, Brandon. We are so proud of you putting the VI on the map. Looking for exciting things to do this weekend? We've got you covered with our news segment. Here's what's on tap.
Ready. It's another episode. Then be out on the road. This is what we love to celebrate,
When it comes to the weekend, the last thing most people want to do is cook. Welcome to the Weekend Guide presented by TV2 and All of We TV. Listen, the Weekend Guide is going to show you the best activities, best excursions, and of course, great restaurants. We're going to show you what you can do to spice up your weekend. Stay tuned. The Weekend Guide has started. What's happening this weekend? Well, pageant season has started. Congratulations to the newly crowned Miss Mola and Miss Ivana Eudora Kent High Schools. You can watch the full pageants on allofwetv.com. Now this weekend at the Rudy Thomas Auditorium is Miss CAHS. Now Sunday, you ready to line? You're ready to fet? The Grown Sexy Party is at Virgin Haven with cool session brass. Now next week, set the calendar. All the naturalistas, the lady is coming. The Crow Whisperer herself, Miss Tamika McNeil Johnson. It's going to be at St. Croix on Saturday and Sunday in St. Thomas, the Windward Passage Hotel. Then set the calendar, because end of the month, everything is happening. St. Croix has poker run, St. Thomas has playing ring, so much to do. Stay tuned, the Weekend Guide each and every weekend here on TV2 and allofwetv.com.
Well, a lot of things happening this weekend. Let's check out the weather and see what it's going to be like. That's coming up next.
Well, it is still going to be pretty breezy for tonight. We have an area of high pressure that's been in place, and as that starts to shift a little bit, we're going to see those winds start to lessen. We've had the trade winds, they've been pretty brisk. Those will start to lessen by tomorrow, and then especially on Sunday. As we take a look, not seeing much here with the satellite imagery. Now through the nighttime hours, we just have a partly cloudy night. Temperature of 73 degrees. And then tomorrow for St. John, a temperature of 84 degrees. We'll have periods of sunshine in the forecast. Pretty good boating weather for tomorrow, and then especially on Sunday as those winds diminish. In St. Thomas, we'll have periods of sun. There could be perhaps only a brief stray shower around the area with a high temperature of 84. St. Croix, same thing, maybe just a brief stray shower in the area. Otherwise, partly sunny and nice looking day with a temperature of 86 degrees. We have a small craft advisory in effect. That's for tonight. Waves are 4 to 6 feet on the Atlantic side, and the wind is out of the east at 10 to 15 knots. On the Caribbean side, same thing. The winds are out of the east, 10 to 15 knots with waves of 4 to 6 feet. So we have a small craft advisory that will remain in effect for tonight. And then for tomorrow, the winds lessen a little for tomorrow and especially on Sunday. So pretty decent boating weather here in the forecast. We'll have periods of sun for your Saturday. And then for Sunday, there could be a shower or two around the area. So a little bit more activity. The best chance for more frequent showers in the area is going to come on Monday as a front moves through the area, and it becomes windy as well. Tuesday, a windy day with a shower and a temperature of 81 degrees, and those trade winds are going to be picking up for Wednesday as well. So Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when the trades come back into effect here. Sandy?
Thanks for that update. And time for our news to weather picture there by Lillian Cotto of Ricardo Richards Elementary School. And Lillian is hoping for some typical VI weather, taking us into the weekend with some sunshine and overall nice weather outdoors. Lillian, have a wonderful weekend. Send us your news to weather picture to the address on the screen and tune in to see it right here on News 2. That is all for this edition. We'd like to thank you for joining us. On behalf of all of us here at News 2, have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time.